Well, I definitely have a sinus infection. Now, it was a strange morning. I went around to about 10 different urgent cares before I found the one that I got into. Now, it wasn't that there was anything physically blocking, but it was insane. I finally get to the person that referred me, a nurse practitioner, that referred me to the pain management. Thank you, sir. Problem is, when I sit in a car that long, I'm not sure what's triggering it. I still think it could be a lumbar. Like it's not too hyped up, but as soon as I sit down, it starts cramping all my back muscles. Right. But then it kills the left side when it does that. So it's weird. I don't know where it's going to end up, but I was with my hearing, but I just wish that first doctor would have just not been so upset. It's six. You take a chance when you go in the emergency room because some doctors get mad when you come in there. You're not like on a stretcher, and I think that's what happened. Now she referred me, but thank you, Larry. Now she really intrigued me. The other people were just peaches and pie. I mean, they were just so nice. Now the lady I got to today, the nurse practitioner, she's amazing. I don't even know if I need blood pressure medicine at this point. I mean, as much as I walk. Right. So I go in there, my blood pressure was like 180 over 105 or some shit. And I told her, look, my blood pressure was, fine last night. She comes in, it's fine. She takes it the way you're supposed to take it. And who knows? I probably shouldn't have went on that thiazide because I was having trouble clearing my sinuses with it, right? Which may have caused all this. I told my brother. My brother's like, "Oh, you're imagining things." Should have stayed off the shit. Right? Figured something else out, like walking. Well, the question is there something in the back that's killing the left side so that the lower lumbar doesn't stay powered up? Right. Thanks. Or is it like reciprocal? Right. Well, when I wake up, my back's a little tight, but it's both legs are running fine. I feel fine. Right. Okay. And then over time, it lets go, and I don't know if I need to exercise, and maybe it'll pull it all together and not be so crampy. Right. Or there's another disc that's at issue. I mean, a surgeon, the people I spoke to, they have a little higher standard for getting surgery. So, right. I don't know. Maybe someone else can figure it out. He said he'd look at a cervical MRI for me. That's where he might think it is if there's an issue. He said if we do your lumbar, which we don't see indications to do, that's not that far along, we would. Yeah, it's weird. Having my head all screwed up from the hearing loss and all that day, he said he's looking for something, and I have that, but I have to. It's when I'm seated. I'll have to go look at if there's an app where I can send that man a message. Right. Well, he says, when we do surgery, we're looking for somebody that's, in debilitating pain or something like that. Right. But he was just doing some basic tests. Turn your head this way, turn your head that way. For me, I have to be seated, right? And then it kicks in, whatever it is. Right. And sometimes when I'm sleeping, I guess it's going to happen. So it's basically could be the lower lumbar. It's your body trying to adjust for the lower lumbar. Right. So, I really wanted to go in and see ear, nose, and throat about my sinuses, because they told me they'll make sure your stuff's draining, and they went right for the hearing aid, which I probably needed anyway. But thanks, Larry. So a week ago, I should have been seen. When I was seen in the emergency room a week and a half ago, whenever it was, right? It's about a week ago. Right? I should have received an antibiotic. So I called the nurse line because I get a little nervous when I get around a lot of appointments. I don't want to over appointment. Right? So I called the nurse line and she said, "Well, we got a telephone, service. We can." So I ended up doing Teladoc in the app versus through the nurse line on the phone. Right. Now he opted out of antibiotics because he believed it possibly viral, which could be. But he said, because we discussed it, he said, you might want to, be seen. Because I actually discussed that with the nurse. I said, look, if I do this Teladoc guy and he tells me to go see a doctor, because she told me you want to see a doctor within the next 3-4 hours. You want to be seen. Or, nurse practitioner, PA, whatever. Right. The CYA. Now, when I sit in the vehicle, my whole left side of my body just aches and pains and runs down my arm, and the muscle in my back cramps up. And I think that's what it is. I need it to operate normally. Now, I don't know, it could also be a pinched nerve. Right. I'm kind of back to square one without my back and neck, without my neck being trapped. My tinnitus was way low the day before because something said to me in my mind, tinnitus is real low, can barely hear it. And then the next day it started screaming. I had a ton of discharge infection. All right, we're still here. I don't know how much you heard of what I was saying, but we're still here, I guess. I guess we're still here. Don't know how much you heard of what I said. The screen blanked out. Not sure why. She has a crazy morning, and maybe it was trying to get me to see her. I don't know. I went to a ton of different urgent cares, and it just didn't jive. And I'm like, nah, nah, nah. So when I wake up first thing in the morning, my back is firm, but both legs are operating at peak. Right. So the back is splinting. But over a little bit of time, the left side drops off and doesn't hold up its side of the back. Now, the question is a nerve doing that or what? Or just weakness, maybe? He felt it was myofascial. The PA. Now, if I stayed in massage, it wouldn't have came on this quick. I probably would have another 5 to 10 years before I'd see any of this. Right. Whew, it's chilly. I thought it'd be a little warmer today. I'm gonna go look to see what the temperature is supposed to be today. Well, when the left side just droops, then that left leg just droops. I guess my right side is drooped a little bit. It still might be the lower lumbar triggering the cramp. Right. The only way to do that test, you have to do that test, the ablation test. So where am I? Looking at the weather. No, I definitely, when I wake up in the morning, my back is firm. I stand up, walk around for a period of time, then the back releases, and then then the legs, You just step away, healthy. Something wants to know what I was investigating. So give me a little while. I'll bring it up. It's only in the 40s. I thought it was going to get 50. I thought it was going to be like 55, 56 today. Guess it changed. Tomorrow's going to be warm. And after that, we got warmth.